Always a crazy. Did you even know, Mary Grace? We are live. Did you
Yes.
even know it was Monday today? I'm going to ask you that question.
No, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I love Saturdays.
Right?
But I think I got it now. I think I got it. I showed up tonight. So there you go.
We're
Yep.
doing good.
I think I'm on the right path now.
And we're in the right space. Let me just make sure we're in both spaces. Yes, we are.
routine,
So let me
routine. You know,
let me
people really crave discipline. We think of it as punishment, but discipline is really something that all human beings crave.
Mhm.
So it's fun while it lasted, but that had to be the longest gosh holiday.
This
And
morning was
then
tough.
I live in St. Louis, Missouri, as a lot of you know, but we are experiencing winter weather,
Hmm.
um, and they aren't prepared for it, which we should be, because. But whatever. So all the schools are closed today, and I feel so sorry for those parents. They're probably like, "No,
Right?
they've already been home since December 22nd."
Right? It's insane when you think about it. Totally insane. Well, we are live on the Grace and Grit Studio business page. We're also live on the Grace and Grit group here on social media on Facebook. This is our Monday night free jewelry call. Thank you so much for joining us. If you hop in, oh, here, let's put up a little banner for everybody. Comment live. If you are watching us live, hello, Margie, how are you? Comment replay. If you're catching us on the replay, happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year. We are back at it again, MG, with
Yep.
our Monday night free jewelry call. And I kind of like this call for many reasons. But one is that when new people hop in, and take a listen, I think we do really well at explaining why direct sales and why Park Lane Jewelry is the perfect fit. I had a conversation with someone recently who said to me, sometimes I wish I just had an extra like $500 a month. And I thought about us and what we talk about. Hey, Marilyn. Hi, Stacia. I thought about us and what we talk about, and I think that a lot of people might fit that bill, especially right now coming off of the
Yeah.
holidays. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking tonight, when I did my little intro, that I would talk about the fact that we're going to answer 4 questions about direct sales, and we want you to sit here and listen with an open ear and a giving heart, because this might be something that might be perfect for you right now just to pay off debt for the first quarter of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, you can look at it that way. I love the fact that we can take a direct sales business, make the amount of money that we need to make if we would go out and work 20 hours part-time, okay, a week, and make a good paycheck to do that and get paid in. And I always love this about Park Lane. Not only do we get paid in cash, but we get paid in jewelry. And I just love that. So I have the pleasure of interviewing our executive company vice president, Mary Grace Lewandowski, and I get to ask her 4 simple questions about direct sales. And when I'm done asking them, you get to, anybody who's watching this gets to fill out the Google questionnaire and answer the questions. And that is your ticket into a free jewelry drawing where Mary Grace will read them all, and whoever is the winner, she actually curates a package for you based on the items that you say that you like. So we don't just send you anything, we
Nope.
send you what you can use.
We try to go by
So
your taste. Yeah.
we try to go by your taste. So, Mary Grace, thanks for joining us tonight. Let's start with our first question. And this is one that a lot of people ask. And I think it's because, they get a little confused when we say the word direct sales, when we use that slogan or that jargon. So what is like, why direct sales? Okay. And then I'm just going to add a little bit here and ask, how is it different from multi-level marketing, from MLM?
It's funny how they get interspersed because I just recently had someone ask me about my job and they go, so it's like multi-level marketing. And I said, well, no, actually it's not. I think there are businesses that we run out of our homes normally. I mean, both. So it does have that similarity. But really, multi-level marketing is definitely more of a recruiting based business,
Right.
and having somebody's credit card hit regularly, like every month with certain products. Um, And with direct sales, it's the oldest form of sales, like when the guy used to go door to door with the pots and pans in the cabins or whatever, but it's called direct sales because it's direct to consumer. So we represent a product and a service from Park Lane Jewelry, but we deliver it to them in a direct way so that they have a between the
Mhm.
company and them. So it's really running your own business with all of the benefits and none of the overhead, which is something that my husband and I were really seeking. We always wanted to start our own business, but we honestly, it was a pipe dream. We weren't going to put out the money or the work
It,
or the risk.
it's
And
daunting and
when something,
expensive. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
when something like this came along, it was like, let's put your toe in the water and give it a try. Something that you mentioned briefly when we first started is something I absolutely adore about direct sales too, is that it's around our schedule. And you mentioned this in the intro that we could work 20 hours for someone else, but that someone else would tell us when to be there, how to be there. If we couldn't be there, we'd be in trouble. With us, it's totally around our own schedule. So when people say to me things like, "Oh, I already have a job," I'm like, "Well, good, seriously," because I never would have been courageous enough to just take on this and give up everything else I had going on. But I was able to work my direct sales business around the schedule that I already had without disrupting anything huge in our lives. And then gradually realize, like, man, the other stuff's kind of getting in the way. But most people join this business to make like $100, $200. They stay because they see what the capabilities are. But I really do encourage people to try it, to make that 100, 200, $300. You will leave with more than you came with. So, yes, direct sales in a nutshell is running your own business with none of the overhead, a way to make money around the schedule that you already have. And even David Bach, who wrote The Automatic Millionaire, said he just felt like he just was like, oh, like, this is it. This is what I need to tell people. He wanted them to make extra money to invest every month, and they were saying they had no way to make it. And he discovered direct sales, and he's a huge proponent of it. And he goes, you can make as little or as much as you want, when you want to make it, how you want to make it. It's wonderful, and too many people just turn their nose up at it without figuring out what it really is.
Exactly. And I love that you mentioned David Bach because that ties into what we talked about in the beginning. And it
Yeah,
is something where you can just start out as a part time gig and you schedule your own calendar.
yeah.
It's on your terms. Where else can you work, make money, and choose your own terms? So that's an excellent answer. Thank you so much. I want to welcome in Linda and Melissa Marie and Gina Renee, who said, I'm going to try again. Third time's a charm. So that's awesome. We're excited to hear that.
We believe in you.
We believe in you. Okay, let's hop into the next question. Now that you talked about what direct sales is and how it correlates or doesn't correlate with MLM, how does jewelry fit into all of that?
Yeah, because you guys, you have choices, in almost any article that I Google about, I'm thinking of direct sales, or something like that. It will come up to pick a product that you love.
Hmm.
And you should pick a product that you love because ultimately it's going to come through in your attitude. However, I think something that's even smarter is to pick a product that most other people love. And that's where jewelry comes into it, because you used to sell baskets. I used to sell candles. Parklink's the only company it's the only company that will actually recognize experience and bring people in at levels commensurate with that experience that they've accrued in this very unique area over the years. So we came over to jewelry. We didn't know anything about jewelry, but boy, did we learn quickly that it was the place to be. And one reason, there's a bunch of reasons, but a couple that or a few I'll bring out for sure, is one is the market. Like, whenever you're going to be selling or representing something, you want a customer base. And the market for jewelry is huge. I dare you to look around and not find somebody, unless you're alone like I am. Find somebody wearing some piece of jewelry. Jewelry is super popular. It withstands the test of time. It's been around since time immemorial, truly. You can find it in the Old Testament, right? All the way up
Yeah.
to a projection of something like $1 billion in the next few years. Like, I want to be in on that. Yeah, I am in on that. It's considered consumable. It changes with the trends and the outfits and the seasons, the styles. So I loved that aspect of it, that is considered consumable, and now I've lived it. People can never have enough jewelry. And it's one of the biggest gifts in the world, candy, flowers, and jewelry. That's from a consumer standpoint. From a seller standpoint, a representative standpoint, it's very inexpensive to ship and store. It's very easy to carry around. Like if you need to go anywhere with it, you can have a bag the size of your purse on your shoulder. We wear our product so people see it and comment on it, and our customers wear our product, obviously. People see it and commented on it, and they direct people back to us. So there are so many wonderful, wonderful aspects about representing jewelry, and it truly is the place to be. The Levine family, who are our owners, they discovered that when they started the company. They were smart, and they hired 3 separate consultants to recommend what product. They weren't thinking jewelry. And they said, much to their surprise, all 3 consultants came back with jewelry as number 1 with the same reasons that I just gave you. And they said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And it's worked out for them. They've been around since 1955. But that's probably part of the next question.
It's insane. Actually, the next question is why Park Lane, but I'm going to have you open with something different.
Yeah.
What is the biggest and best reason of why Park Lane is the right choice?
Okay. Well, what I
No.
just mentioned is they've been around since 1955. They're cash rich, they're debt free. They're very comfortable, and they really want us to run our own business. Therefore, there are absolutely no minimums. So you can do this as little or as much as you want. Scott Levine, our owner, said it's not really your own business if we tell you that you have to do a certain amount every month. So people love that. They absolutely love that because it takes the pressure out of it. Now, that being said, they lead with the carrot, though, because the programs help us to be so successful, you guys. So, like the customer sale, bunches of you have just, if you were in the mega party, if you've ever done anything Park Lane, it's buy 2 for regular, get 4 for half. It's wonderful for the customer because they feel like because they did get such a great deal. It's wonderful for us because they're out there wearing 6 pieces of jewelry instead of 1 most often, right? It's wonderful for the hostesses because they get so excited. They're like, I'm not having this show to get free stuff. I'm having this show so my friends can share in this great sale. There's like so many benefits to that. We have the richest hostess program in the direct sales industry based on how many orders someone collects, not how much people spend. And we have the best paid representatives in the direct sales industry. From day one, Arthur Levine, who was the father of Scott Levine, who started the company with his wife, Shirley Levine, one of the things that he used to say was, I'm going to pay my people the most. I'm going to pay them the most. And that's one way that we're going to be super successful. And we are. And from a personal standpoint, I was one of the top 10 income earners in my last company. And I've 2.5 times doubled, tripled at times that income here, in a shorter, with a shorter time
Short
here.
amount of time.
So it is very lucrative, and it's just a product that withstands the test of time, and that people come back over and over saying how much they love it. Aside from that, as if we even need any more than getting paid every week, which we are very grateful for, not having any minimums, so getting paid when we need money or whatever we decide. But they have all kinds of wonderful incentives to just keep us excited and going. And I haven't said this in a while, but I'm in my 60s. But even from the time I was in my 30s, I felt like, okay, so what am I supposed to be doing now? Like, where can I get like some good feeling like I've accomplished something, And I just love that we have these little goals and that we get rewarded for them. So there's 2 trips a year that we can earn. One's European, almost always, and I've never went to Europe before, Park Lane. We have a car bonus that we can earn every month. One of the simplest, easiest things to do that people can't get over is we can earn free jewelry every month. So instead of buying jewelry, not only are you making money selling jewelry, you're also getting free jewelry. So if you love jewelry, or if this has been a habit of yours, get the family and friends discount and join Park Lane. So anything that you can think of, we probably have that perk for you here at Park Lane that you would go for. Yeah, that would mean something to you.
And I mean, if you're business minded, you realize that earning free jewelry is not only fun because you get some bling, but you can use that to better your business. And I mean, it's a win-win. I don't see a negative here at all. And I guess that's because I'm with you every single week, and there's not one that I've seen. There's
I always want to rejoin.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
catch is there is no catch. Hey Deb, how are you? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Hello, hello, Sarissa and Kay and Heather
Oh,
and Jennifer. There's a lot of
Sarissa
people
just
hanging out.
joined. Love
They
you,
did.
Sarissa. We didn't
Uh,
announce it yet, but you got a free kit.
and the other thing that's fun, and Deb Marie mentioned this, she said, I feel like I'm a walking advertisement for Park Lane
Yes.
because my impression bracelets get commented on all the time. And we talk
Yeah.
about that, that it's really a conversation starter. Jewelry is a
Absolutely.
conversation
Number
starter.
one compliment generator in the world, jewelry.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always love when I put a necklace on someone in like a group of women if we're together for a party or something, or just a gathering or just wine or whatever. But I love when I put a necklace on somebody and everyone in the room compliments them. Boy,
Or they
does
go,
that
oh, yeah,
boost
yeah.
their.
Or they say to me, that looks really good together. And I go, I'm thinking of doing this for a living.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's really that simple. And I think that people get concerned. I know we had a comment from Gina that said, third time's a charm. I think people get nervous because they're afraid to just kind of take that plunge into just talking about it. You don't necessarily just have to talk to your mom and your sister and your neighbor.
Oh my gosh, no.
Jewelry is a conversation starter. When you are out and about during the day, you could literally go, hey, I just a really quick question. I have these bracelets. What are your thoughts on these? Like the first thing you think of when you see them. You could ask a complete stranger in a
Which
grocery
is
store.
your favorite color? Yeah. We teach you all of those things too, It's
Yeah,
it's it's scary to start something new, especially I
sure.
mean, I can't see who's on there. You can, but I don't know your ages, I don't know your life experiences, but we get very comfortable without having to I don't know, take risks or be told no or whatever.
Certainly.
But you also find that it's very, very good for you to do something like that. It keeps you really sharp and young, and it's good for you. It really is.
I don't disagree with that. I think that we as women and a few good men really sometimes in today's lifestyles of technology and online work and online learning, I really feel like this is something that gives us that visibility and it gives us
Yeah.
the ability to meet new people. I'm in my 50s. I don't know how many people I come across that say to me, I'm like, my kids are gone. I'm an empty nester. And it's like, now what? And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is where you need Park Lane because
Yeah.
it gives you the ability to meet new people and
Oh
there's
my gosh.
nothing
And we
wrong with
haven't,
that.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. We haven't talked about that aspect in a
Okay.
while, though, guys. But if you are in that particular, I mean, people don't realize the power of the tax write-offs when you own your own company, when you run your
Right.
own company like this one.
Right.
Like something that was an expense when you got on this call can be a write-off when you get off, because you decided to do Parklane. All of the jewelry that you buy, the gas for your car, the mileage on your car, parts of your house, it's just really, it's and I don't mean,
Utilities. Yep.
yeah, I don't mean
Mhm.
to categorize here, but very often our significant others, the husbands normally, um, they are more inspired when we tell them what we could save than what we could make. They're not quite believing that we might make money, which we do. You'll show them within a week, but they love the idea that they can already have tax write-offs. So just I haven't said that in a while either, but that's a good one.
I think
Yeah.
it's a great one. And we just came off the holidays and my husband and son, our son is grown and out of the home like your children. And my husband's son and I were sitting having dinner and I said to them, I go, it's a really good feeling to know that I came off of Christmas and I'm in zero debt. I was able to pay for everything, parties, dinners, everything, Christmas, everything with my Park Lane business. I handle that. And as little as that seems to some people, that's really big to me.
Oh my God,
So,
it's really big to me too. That's not a little thing to anybody, by the way, but
okay.
no, that's a big thing. What's big to me too, though, is when a bill comes, I just pay it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it used to be, I'd have to put it in the cupboard, wait for the 2 week mark or whatever. We didn't have electronic then; we have to write a check. But I just,
Yep.
it's pay as you go. It's never an
Yep.
issue.
I love that. I love that. We always said my mom used to stand out by the mailbox and write the check and give it right back to them because she always had enough money to do that. And I was always like,
Not
I
a lot
want
of
to be able
people
to do that.
do. I didn't before direct sales because it was all extra. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lovely feeling to know that you can be secured that way as well. It
Hmm.
really is. So listen, we just started a new year. Happy 2025 to everybody. My last question is why is now a great time to start?
Well, if I told you that you could start, now your husband owns his own plumbing business too, you two
Mhm.
do together. And if I told him that he could start it for $129, but he'd get to pick out $500 worth of plumbing supplies, have his own personal website, have access to all the plumbers of the world's back office.
No joke.
Would he have thought, and that was a write-off, and that all he had to do was go do his first plumbing job and he would get paid for it and it would be more than the $129? Would he do it?
He would do it without hesitation. And that's a
Okay.
really good analogy.
And in case you missed what I was doing there, it's $129 for the kit. You get to choose $500 worth of jewelry. You have your first show and you get paid for your first show. Most often, your show pay, and the person that invited you here tonight does the show. So you're really just there as a plumbing apprentice, let's say.
Yep, you're the apprentice.
So, but you're the one who's going to get paid, you know? So most often when you put the $129 on a credit card, by the time the credit card comes due, we were just talking about that, the money's already in your account because we get paid
Less
every
than
single
4
week.
weeks.
And it's generally much
Yep.
more than $129. So
Yep.
that's so good for your wet water committee too. Those people out there, don't do that. You're like, show me how I got hurt. You know, just show me where I made a bad decision. And they're like, okay, you go, girl. It's really fun. So that's our deal right now. There's probably something extra like a bracelet or something, but I forgot to look it up. Anyway, it's great. Okay. And in addition to that, you guys, you put your toe in the water, you get your business started. We have a new line dropping January 14th. Dropping January 14th. Now, you do what you want. You have to do this for one thing, but you do what you want with that information. But I think if you could get a show in before January 14th, you're going to get more shows and you're going to be off and running because people are going to want to see that new line. So you can wait for the new line. There's nothing, that's good too. That's smart too. But I would get my practice show in first and get paid and be on the way. So the $129, again, you have your own personalized website. Meaning by the end of tonight, you could have something that people could click and place an order and you would find out within minutes that you just made money. So, and what day is this? Monday. So
Monday.
we our direct deposits go in on Monday. So by next Monday, you would have your direct deposit right in your bank within a week. So it's amazing. New year, new you, new outfits across the world, needing new accessories. I mean, I could go
Yeah.
on and on why now is the right time. But truly, just as you go forward into life, now is always the right time. I just said that to one of our fashion directors today.
True.
And I said, you know, you sound like one of those people. You're thinking of all the things that could happen. And and it had nothing to do with jewelry business. And I just said, you just need to get in there, do it, see what happens, and then we'll figure it out, or you'll figure it out. And she's like, you know, you're absolutely right. And I hear that a lot.
Well, I've said it to you. So you do hear that a lot. You know, that doesn't fall on deaf ears. I totally understand. But you know, the one thing that I always get from the why now question is that, you know, sometimes you just have to put your blinders on and try something. And you've always said that you're never going to be like, you're not going to leave with less than you came in with.
No
because
way.
of the way that we benefit you.
No. The person it's not a person. The risk here is taken by the company. Truly. I mean, how can they afford to give $500 worth of jewelry to people for $129 and they don't even know if that person's gonna be like stellar or, you know, they don't care. They want you to be able to have the experience, as do I. And I think we overthink things like that.
Just try. Hey, drop in the comments what the first piece is that you would pick if you could pick $500 in jewelry of your choice for $129. I'm just interested in knowing that because, you know, not everybody's an impression lover. Some people have their eye on other things. Everybody's loving that Ranger. You know, there's still so many pieces right now in the collection that are sought after, that people love. And how exciting that a new collection is dropping in literally less than 2 weeks. That is just awesome. That's just awesome. Well,
I can't wait.
It really is. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that hopped on. There's a ton of you on. I did put the Google questionnaire there for you to fill out. So if you listen to this in its entirety, live or on the replay, you have about 24 hours to fill that form out. Mary Grace goes through them all, and then she goes ahead and picks sunset necklace. Somebody said that's a good choice. Adding to my impressions collection. Love it. Love, love, love. So many different things to choose from, but you do have about 24 hours to fill that out. Mary Grace will pick the winner, and then
Yes.
she will send that jewelry right out. So
And truly, you
many,
guys,
many
an
thanks.
honor, an absolute honor to work with any of you. I absolutely love what I do. I love mentoring others. I love helping others not make the mistakes I made along the way, even though sometimes you're gonna, but also just to give you shortcuts on how to be successful. And we have a huge team here ready,
Yeah.
waiting to lovingly accept you and teach you and help you. So we believe in you.
We believe in you. And oh, there's so many black and white bombshells coming through SME. You should see all the things they're writing. Impressions, bracelets, all awesome. So listen, Mary Grace, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to everybody who's watching this right now on the live. If you caught it on the replay, let us know. We will be back here next Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Bring a friend. Bring a
Bring your
friend
friend.
next week.
Yeah,
Let's chit chat.
absolutely. Keep it real.
Let's
Bye,
remember the old
everybody.
commercial. What was it? The was it Prel or what was it where they tell two friends and so on and so on and so
Oh, I
on? It
know,
was a
Breck.
Brett. Sorry, Breck. See,
As you can see, I use it.
me too.
My flowing locks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great
Bye,
night. Bye bye.
everybody.